I've got a bit of paper underneath today and I've blank tile because what I thought it'd be nice to show you how I ink one of my tiles. I know we've done this a couple of times. Just give me a second, I can get mine. Here we go, there's my tile of ink today. But sometimes it's nice to sort of see, look at those little sort of pockets there. Hopefully it's dry enough, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to show you first and then we'll get on with drawing our tile, shall we? So I've got a couple of inks here. It doesn't matter which ones. Water-based are always my go-to. So I've got a couple here, look, colour clouds. I use all sorts of different ones going. So I've got a purple and a bit of a grey here. So I'm not going to be sort of overly worried about where this goes in a sense, sorry. But here we go, a bit of a brush. Now I used this brush earlier to put the grey on as well. So I'm not going to, again, worry about too much going on. So I'm going to swill it in. Now, if you feel that you need to, usually a glass mat works fine because, you know, all this ink that's going on the paper is kind of wasted. But I'm not going to worry about it for this. See, these are quite wet, so they do take a little bit longer to dry. So I'll put a little bit of that purple on. A little bit of the grey. Again, I usually, if I'd got all my stuff here, I would use different brushes for this, but being that I haven't, I'm going in with it. So I'm not particular. Now notice as well, you see my fingers look have appeared on there, right on the very edge. You don't want to be touching it because it will give you those fingerprints. Now, if you want a complete blend, then what I would do is just keep going with it over and over and over. But because we're sort of going to spray it anyway, I don't mind too much if it's a little bit textured. Sometimes that can be a good thing. So at this point, you've got a choice. You can leave it as is. You can spritz it with a load of water and throw just regular table salt over it. You can just spritz it and leave it to dry. You could dry it with a little heat gun, which will give it a slightly different feel. But I mean, I have been using, and I've told you about this a few times, this little bit. I don't know if you can, you know, there you go. And literally, I'm going to just spray it. Like that. You see? And then see where those bubbles have formed? That's going to sort of leave those little pockets. You can see it, look, already. See? There. And I'll completely leave that dry. It will flatten. See how it curls? That's okay. It's supposed to do that. It's the sign of a good card. And once it's dry, it'll fold out again. So you can see here, look, that I've got this one. It's pretty flat. So I'm going to leave that to dry. And